Yo yo yo, my Star Citizens and Noob Gamers, welcome back to another episode of Star Citizen with me, Minix. And in today's episode, I'm going to take out the Asgard for some cargo running, and we'll go through what the cargo space is. Now, when I first looked at this ship, I saw dropship and was like, I'm not going to touch a dropship. That's just the way I am. A dropship is the waste of money to me. You take something like the Prowler, what an absolute waste of money that is. I mean, I'm probably going to get some stick in the comments, but that is an absolute waste of money, the dropship Prowler. So when I seen the Asgard, it was a dropship, I was like, well, I don't need to be bothering with that. But then Dark was saying it had 180 cargo. So that got me thinking, well, 180 cargo, my Freelancer Max was only 224 cargo. Yeah, you've got all the space in the middle, but which you can fill up, but on grid it's 224, so you're only losing 44 cargo. And it's a ship that's a crew of 2 instead of a crew of 4, with space that I'm going to just use for bed logging, whereas the Freelancer Max has a whole host of space that I probably won't use. And so I thought, oh, well, why not give this a go? And I did, and loved it, so I ended up getting it. And so today I'm going to be doing cargo running in it. Now, this isn't cargo running as in doing the cargo missions where you get the cargo down at the hangars, where you pick it up. This is buying cargo and selling cargo. So, the best way to buy cargo when you're at a space station or anywhere like that where you want it to auto-load, make sure your ship is put away, pick it in the thing, and you see 180 cargo. Now, the best way to buy the cargo is to buy the biggest size you want, and then as many of those as you want. So you can see it takes 4 lots of 32. Now, if that's on grid, if we was to pull it off grid, you could get another 2 32s in there. So we're going to buy those 2. I'm not too bothered about the price of it, but I'm just going to buy those now. Just have a quick look what's in here. Got Dynaflex and Ammonia. Okay, so I'm just going to buy those, because I'll just dump these, you see. And confirm that. And then what we do is we move down the order. Now you see here how it's not updated itself. What you need to do is make sure you pick the ship again, and then that should update itself with the thing. If you don't do that, I'll show you here in a minute. What you'll do is you'll end up buying more than what you can fit in your ship, and I think you'll end up losing the money then. So then we go to 24, none of them. We go to 16, none of them. Now I think off grid you'll be able to get 2 24s in, so you probably get 6 32s and then 2 24s. You'd have to spin the 24s horizontally and have them stacked on top of each other in front of the 32s. But if you think 3 lots of 32, which is 2 wide, 2 wide, and 2 wide, that's 6 wide. I think a 24 is 6 in length. So you'd be able to get 2 24s on top of each other, and that would be a full off-grid load then. You might be able to get some around the back, but that'll be an off-grid load, like 6 32s and 2 24s. So, but because we're doing on-grid at the moment, we're gonna go past that. So no 16s, no 2s, 8s, no 4s. Now 2s, I'm expecting 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm expecting 32 plus 16, 46, around 46-ish of 2s. 24. I was wildly out. Wildly out. So there we go. So I'm thinking, so a 2 and a 2 at the front, a 2 and a 2, a 2 and a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, 8. There's 8 at the front. Sorry, not 16. 8 at the front. Yeah. So there we are. Take 8 off the one I had, the 32. Yeah. So we'll buy that, and they'll go at the front and down the side. Then I think we'll get 1, 2, 3. We'll get 4 singles. I think 4 singles. Now you see here, I could go and buy 2s again. You'll see here, I could buy another 24 2s because we haven't updated here. But if I then reselect the ship here, and Asgard. So always remember this. We've got that now, and so I'm expecting the rest to be singles, which is 4, which is going to sort of go in the corner of the front and side bits. So we'll buy them, and we'll see where those are once we bring it up. And then what we'll do is we'll bring out some of these, and what I'll do is I'll buy another 2 32s, but I won't buy them here. I'll buy them for the there. So I'll buy another 2 of those to show you off grid as well. Nope, cancel that. We don't want 3, we want 2. And And I'll buy 224s as well, off-grid. For off-grid. Update. Oh yeah, I'm going to I'm going to the 232s and 224s. Okay. So that's going to show you on-grid and then show you off-grid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and once that's done, then I'll go out and do some cargo running itself. Right, so here we are, guys. Let's open up the Asgard. I've just seems to have fallen in love with this ship just recently. So let's have a look. So as I said, these are the 8s for the front. Why are the 8s at the front? Oh, they're the 32s, are they? Sorry. Yeah, the 32s look like 8s. So they're the 32s. Now, they've put the 2s here. Now, I would have expected putting the 2s there, but either which way. So the row of 2s here, row of 2s here, and then a row of 1s here, like I said, and then all these 2s here, so 8, 16, lots of 2s. I probably would have done the 16 2s here and the row of 1s here, probably, and put the 32s right at the back instead. Now, because the reason for that is now I'm going to have to pull all this lot out. But that's the on-grid. That's the on-grid, but you can see there's loads of space off-grid. And why do I love the ship? The side doors here, the side door there, and then obviously just no nonsense up at the top there. You've got your bunker area, and then you've got your bathroom area, and then basically a hallway down to your cockpit. It's just simple. And then you've got a gunner here that you can put in. So it's really, really simple. 2 jump seats here and here, and then your engineering box here for when that comes in. And for me, it's just really, really simple. Right, so let's start. Let's open that door, and you can open the back doors from here as well, the ramp over there. So let's just start getting these out, these boxes. Okay, so that's all the small boxes off. So we've got the big boxes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just grab the big boxes and just shimmy them over as much as I can. So off-grid it like that. And you see there how I was able to put that one down there. Like that. And so you see how we can get the 3 in there. We've got this one off-grid here, and then we've got the 2 on-grid. Now, we'll get the 2 on-grid, but I don't think we'll get the 32 in there unless we put that off-grid as well. So let me get that, put it over as far over as I can over here. And see if we can get the others in to there. There we are, that's in. Right, so let's go and grab the others, and I can get another 2 32s in, and then what I'm thinking is I can get the rest in. I'll pull this backwards here, there, this one backwards here, this one backwards here. There we are, that's what I'm thinking. And then we should be able to get the 24s there in this bit. So let's grab the 32s and 24s. This is the 24. This is going to be the hard part, obviously, but because we've already got one off grid, the others 2 should just snap to it, or close to it. Get as far over as we can. And will we be able to get the other one in? That's the question. Be able to get the other one in there, hopefully. You could even get 2s down the sides if you wanted more 2s down the sides as well. But I'm just going for the bigger boxes. in there somehow. Ram it in. You will go in. Far in as we can. That's what we need to do and do. We've got the 24s to try and get in as well. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend off-gridding. There we are. I wouldn't recommend the off-gridding because of too much bouncing around, but this is just what you can do. And then what we're going to do is get these in here. So you can get 6 32s and 2 24s is what my guessing is. We're about to find out. Yeah. I don't think you would have got another 32, but definitely 24s. So 32 and 32, 64. 64 times 3, 120, 120, 180. 192 plus 24, 100 and 212, 216, 200 and I don't know what it is. I'm going to get my calculator out, I think. You'll be all screaming at me in the comments now, won't you? Asking it. Bit of an ask. Try and get that one in there. Might be a bit of a struggle. Definitely get like other boxes in there, but you can probably get a 16 in there for sure. I think where it's like thingy at one side, tapered down at one side. I think that's the issue. I think if we close that ramp, it would be fine now. So let's do it. Yammed in there. Yeah. So that's fine in there. And you got a bit of room down the side here. So there we go. Let me do my maths. Quick maths. 32 times 6 plus 24 plus 24 equals 240. So we've got 240 in there. We'd probably get more size 8s down here if we wanted, or even some of these down here, but I'm not going to worry about that. But I'm just showing you there is that extra space. You could probably get some 2s down there as well. So there we are, 240 off-grid, plus much more space if you need it. And so you off-grid like that, you can definitely get the same in as a Max, Starlancer Max. And yeah, there you go. So the Starlancer Max would have 2 lots of 32 down the side, I think, down each side. So that'd be 4, and then you'd have 2 32s in the back, and then you'd have the 8s across the top. So yeah, pretty much the same as the Starlancer Max if you go off grid. It's up to you whether you go off grid or on grid. I'd suggest just going on grid and just losing the 40 and not worrying about it and having the extra space, but it's up to you that. And yeah, so that's this one, guys. That's the cargo gridding of the Asgard. Now I'm going to go out and do some cargo running. So that's it, guys, the cargo grid sizing on the Asgard. off-grid and on-grid. You could probably jam more in, like I said, but there we are. The grid is 4 32s and 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 lots of 2s going up there, 4 lots of 1s, and then 16 lots of 2s down the side, and that's your on-grid. So that's going to be this video, guys. So that's it, guys. So that's this video. I just wanted to do a quick one on the grid and off-grid, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and do some cargo running, but I'm going to make that a separate video, and I'll put that one up as soon as I can. But for now, that's it. That's your on-grid and on-grid, off-grid. So on-grid, you can get 4 lots of 32 in the on-grid, and then you get 4 lots of 1 up the corner, and then you'd get 8 lots of 2 at the front of these, and then down the side of it you'd get 16 lots of 2, and that's your on-grid. Off-grid, you can get what's equivalent to 6 lots of 32 here, and then 2 lots of 24 stacked at the back here. And you could probably get some 2s here if you stacked them in beforehand, and you'd probably get some 8s or some things here, whatever you wanted here, if you stacked it beforehand as well. You might even get a 24 here, just a single 24, and then something on top if you wanted to. But it depends how far you want to go with that. If you just want quick runs, then you could just grab 32s. But remember, guys, 32s only if you're selling at the spaceports where they actually take 32s. I would recommend going for 16s or 8s. So like 2 lots of 16, 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 2 lots of 16. So that's how I would do it, and then your 2s. So that's going to be this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got some information out of it. I know there's probably plenty of videos on it already, but I thought I'd do my take on it and just have a quick look myself, so that when I'm buying cargo, I get to know what I'm buying, because it's really, really important when you're buying your cargo that you know what you're buying size-wise if you're not buying it T-ship. But also there was that bit at the beginning where I showed you how to buy T-ship and knowing what to buy, because it won't allow you to buy more than what you've already bought. So that's it, guys. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys out in the verse.